What's up, YouTube? I have a deck profile today of my Harpie Ladies, as you can see. It took quite a bit to get this deck together for some reason. It wasn't the main deck, it was just getting my hands on a big eye. I don't know why, because, I have everything else. But I just could not seem to find one. But now I have everything together. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I'm playing and why I'm playing it, and some other good card choices toward the end of each section of my monster spells and traps. So I'm going to start off here. And, okay, so if you're playing Harpies, you're obviously going to be playing triple Channeler. Excuse me, guys. Channeler is what makes Harpies what they are now, makes them competitive. They'd be nothing without her, in my opinion. She's the best monster in the deck. And she becomes level 7 when there's any other dragon on your side of the field. So it's pretty good. Okay, so moving on from Channeler. Play 1, 2, and 3 Queen. Triple Queen is essential because it's like you're terraforming, but it's a lot quicker. You don't have to play any extra spells and keep your Harpie count up more. It's a very, very good card. She adds a lot of consistency, but the only thing is a macro and defissure would hurt her. You can't, because you have to discard her to the graveyard in order for her effect to go off. So you can't just discard her and let her get banished in order for her effect to go. It has to go through if it hits the grave. And then from there you play triple Dancer, and some people are cutting her down to 2. I'm playing 3 because, again, keep your Harpie count up. Keeping it up there it makes the deck keep going, because you need your resources. You need Harpies to make the deck work. Under the field spell, she's absolutely amazing, because you just summon her, destroy, return her, and then you can summon a Channeler, and then destroy, and then activate Channeler's effect, and ditch a Harpie, and then special summon another Harpie if you need to, if Dragon's already gone, and destroy another field spell. She makes for great pushes. Then for the 3s, you just, I play this lineup. 1 Cyber. Cyber's great to top deck, but you don't always just want to rely on the top deck, because she does become 2k under the field spell, and she gets over like Thunder King, and all that stuff. 2 Harpie Ladie 1s, though, because, okay, whenever she's used with, like, a party, or there's 2 or more on the field, she just becomes crazy boosters that just... Because when there's 2 on the field, it gives a 600 boost to your wind types. Not even just Harpies. If you have a Draco Sack will get boosted, and you can make a very mean, vicious Draco Sack. And it is crazy. So moving on. The reason why I hate this deck, the Pet Dragon... Oh, man. I wish you didn't have to play it. But you do. You have to play Harpie's Pet Dragon because it opens up for your rank 7 plays. And that's what makes the deck good, guys. If there was no rank 7 plays, I don't even know if I would touch the deck because, it has to be able to keep up with the meta right now. And just rank 4s really aren't going to do the job. But, you can play these at 2. There's no reason why you can't play 2. It's like a trade-off, really. If you're playing 1, you have less chance of drawing into it, but, then your rank 7 plays will be a lot harder to pull off. You'll need to go into Jin with party plays and stuff. But if you have 2, you're going to draw it more often, and you're going to have 1 dead card in your hand. But you can ditch it with Channeler, guys, so don't worry. It's not completely dead. You can still use it as a discarding outlet, whatever you want to do. So moving on from there... the non-Harpies. I play a Thunder King. If you guys have an ultimate, be sure to hit me up. I'll trade you something for it. But I have a Thunder King in here. And Thunder King is... I think it's just going to be temporary. I'm not too sure. I think once I get Mistakes, maybe I'll play Mistakes. I don't know. You don't need to play Mistakes in this deck. Just Jeff Jones says it's good. But whatever. That's basically how it is. After he said something about it, everybody's been playing it, and... It is a good card, no doubt, especially in Harpies, but you don't need to play it to make the deck good. Thunder King Ryo, because, alright, Thunder King is a great opener. If you open Thunder King against certain decks, you're just going to shut them down, and it's fantastic. It's a fantastic card. Other than that, you play a Zephyros, the Elite. Zephyros is great because it returns your like parties or your Fiendish Chains back to your hand so that you can reuse them, recycle them. It's very, very good, and it makes for quick Xyz plays by special summoning from the graveyard and then just summoning another Harpie or something and going into an Xyz. So it's very, very good. It's very useful. That's my monster lineup. But guys, that's not all that you can play. There's other card choices I'm going to show you that you can play if you're trying to figure out what you want to do with the deck, because I understand there's different things. And first of all, you have Card D. You can play Card Ds probably at 2. I would think you'd play it at 2. Card just improves the speed of the deck. But the only reason I don't like it is because you don't have too many protection traps as you do, like, just Party's not really protection, Fiendish Chain's not really too good of protection, and you don't play anything like Threatening Roar or anything in the deck, so Card is good, but I don't like having to wait another turn after the draw and everything, and giving my opponent an opportunity to just kill me, like OTK, so you can play Card D. It's a very good card choice. If that's what you're into, you like the speed methods of the deck. Also, you can play Dragoonity Darkspear. He's a level 3 Dragon Tuner, so what makes him good is you can special summon him with Queen Dragon Jin in the extra deck. You can do really good plays, actually. When you have Channeler on board and Darkspear, she becomes level 7, so you can go into like level 10 synchros, which there's really not too many good ones out right now, but I mean, you can go into Leo. Leo's an alright example of what you can go into. But also, another great thing that you can do is, okay, so you can go Channeler, and then you could special summon a Dancer, use Dancer's effect to return a Channeler, or you don't even have to, I mean, I mean, what am I talking about? Okay, you can return your Channeler, and then normal summon a Darkspear, and then you can blow up the board, like instantly, with a Black Rose Dragon, so that's another really good way that you can do things, There's just a bunch of stuff that you can do with this deck. It's very versatile, and there's a bunch of different card choices that you can use. Alright, so you can play Tempest, but Tempest to me sucks. I don't even have a Tempest right now. Tempest is terrible because you have to banish your Harpie Ladies and all your wins and stuff. You don't want to do that. It's just really, really bad. I don't know why people play it, but hey. I'm moving on to your spells now. You play 1, 2, 3 Harpie's Hunting Ground. Harpie's Hunting Ground is the best field spell, one of the best field spells in my opinion. It just takes out that back row like it's nothing. The only problem is if Skill Drain is on the field and you summon your Channeler or your Queen or your Dancer, this ignores the complete fact. If Skill Drain is on the board, you do not get to pop any cards at all with these. Because the thing with these is they're counted as Harpies in the grave and on the field. Not permanently. Not like, say, these three. These three are permanently Harpie Ladies. It's a condition. They'd have to stay Harpie. Well, that's just how it is. So, yeah. And for those of you who don't know, I mean, I'd figure you do by now. The thing with Harpie Ladies is you can only have 3 copies of Harpie Ladie in your deck, and since they're all considered Harpie Ladie, it's an official ruling that you can only have, 3. But these ones are different because they only on the field and in the grave. They're not the same as these. But if Skill Drain is on the board, and you have one of these, you can just summon and pop, because they're always considered a Harpie Ladie. So, there's that, just a quick ruling. Also, some people don't know this. You can ditch Harpie's Hunting Ground with Channeler to start plays if you have an extra field spell. I've had it questioned once, so I just thought I'd tell you guys. Okay, and another ruling real quick is if you use Hysteric Party with your Harpie's Hunting Ground and you special summon like 2 or more Harpie Ladies, you still only get to pop 1 card. Just so you guys know. Alright, moving on now. More spells. Is triple Hysteric Sign. Hysteric Sign is just it makes for broken plays. Being able to just pitch this for your hysteric party to special summon or anything. I mean, just being able to set one, tell your opponent to go. They MST this. Oh, it's such a good thing. I love when my opponent MSTs it. It's amazing. Hysteric Sign lets you add Elegant Egotist from your graveyard or your deck to your hand. But if you activate Hysteric Sign and they MST this, like the chain MST, you don't get to add, and you don't get its destruction effect when it's sent to the graveyard. So it does suck, but it happens, and you just want to avoid that as much as you can. Okay, so Elegant Egotist now. So the card that this adds. Elegant Egotist is one hell of a card. You can open up some really good plays. The only problem is if Skill Drain's on board again. I hate Skill Drain so much. I use this as an example all the time. If you control Channeler and you have Elegant Egotist in hand, they have Skill Drain, you can't even activate this because it's not counted as a Harpie Ladie on the field. So just remember that. But if you do have, you know, say one of these three again on the field and you have Elegant Egotist, then you can easily just activate it and start your plays. Alright, so moving on from there, some people opt to not even play this because of the field spell, but I play 3 MST. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon is great. Now, the reason I play this is because I need a reaction card. Like, if they activate Tenki, I can just chain, destroy it. I need something that I can quick play to save my field spell. Just some multiple things, really. It saves you, and it hits a skill drain. Because, you know, sometimes your field spell is dead because of skill drain, and then you can just take it out with this. So you really do need to run MST in the deck. Even though you have a bunch of destruction power, having reactive MSTs, you know, are really good. But I mean, sometimes I will side them out. All depends what I'm going up against. So having 3 spaces that you can side things in for is really good too, that you don't have to overthink about when you side. Also, Dark Hole and Book of Moon is explainable. Some people aren't even running Dark Hole anymore. I mean, I can kind of understand, and then I don't understand at the same time. Dark Hole is an amazing card that just destroys everything. So it's a very, very good card. Other spells that you can play, the main card anyway, is I'd play a Forbidden Lance. Now, I was testing this before at 2. I had 2 Forbidden Lances in here. But I took it out for 2 cards in my trap section that I'll get to. But this card's very, very good because it's the quick play spell that can drop your opponent's attacks down so you can beat over things if you really need to. But also, it's great to be able to save Harpies if you're going in, like, with your field spell and you target something and they chain it to your Harpie, you can just drop the Lance and keep your plays going, because sometimes you really would love to have a Lance to save you so you can continue your plays. When they stop your plays, it really does suck. Alright, moving on now, we're going to go to the trap lineup. Move this stuff out of the way. And, hold on a second. Okay. So, your trap lineup. Traps 1, 2, 3 Hysteric Party. Hysteric Party is an amazing card. Hysteric Party just OTKs on its own. If you have 5 Harpies in your grave, you're just guaranteed to win if they have a blank field. It's that simple. And then especially if you get out your Harpie Ladie 1s, that's 600 extra boost, and then you have the field spell. It just, wow. You can get some really big beaters on the field. Hysteric Party is fantastic because you can do really good plays with Queen Dragon Djinn if you have a dragon in your graveyard. It's really, really good. You can do really, really good plays in this deck. This is why I love the deck, is because of Hysteric Party. It's like Return from a Different Dimension, essentially, but you have to have a discard. But discarding is not bad at all, especially if you have a sign in your hand. You just discard the sign and go even more plus at the end phase. And you play triple Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain is great. If you have supers, hit me up. I also want to get those. The Fiendish Chains, alright, are just very good in combination with your Zephyros, returning, you know, as I was saying earlier, these 6 cards with Zephyros are great. And then moving on from there, the cards that I took my Lances out for were 2 Trap Stun. Trap Stun, I play Trap Stun because it stops skill drain for a turn, so you can go all in to win. Basically, is how I can word that. You go all in to win. Trap Stun is that one card that will help you just stop everything. And it's just a very, very good card. Then you have the 1-ofs, Solemn Warning. That ulti is so nice, I know. It's catching your eye. The Solemn Warning is an obvious card choice. You know, it's Solemn Warning. It stops anything, essentially, not anything. You have a Bottomless Trap Hole. Bottomless is a great card. Being able to destroy it and then remove it from play is very good. And the good thing about this deck is Dancer gets under Bottomless. And without a field spell, so does Channeler. And it's really good. You can just get under a lot of things. And you play 1 Torrential Tribute. Torrential Tribute is to punish your opponent from overextending. It's really, really good. Just when they decide to go all off trying to OTK you, and you just have that 1 card set, and then you just flip that Torrential, and then they cry. It's very nice. And then another 1-of is Phoenix Wingwind Blast. Wingwind Blast was going to be a bunch of different things. It's going to be Regeki and a bunch of other weird cards, Divine Wrath, whatever you could think of. But I opted for this card because it returns to the top of the deck. And that gets over a lot. Regeki Break destroys. A lot of things can't even be destroyed anymore because of their effect. So I went for this card because it's a lot better, in my opinion. Then I run 1 Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack at 1 because you don't really need to. I mean, you have to get rid of your field presence in order to get rid of theirs. It's okay at times. But having the 1 really does stop things. Another thing that some people don't know about Icarus Attack is you can target your set Wing Beast monsters, so you can tribute your face down, as long as it is a Wing Beast, and destroy 2 cards. So it's really nice in combos like a Zephyros or something, just setting it. Opening with this and Zephyros first turn, I personally like it because being able to just set the Zephyros and then Icarus attacking once they decide to go anywhere with their plays is very nice. Other trap cards that you can play that I'm not playing right now is Divine Wrath. Divine Wrath stops effects, and it's a counter trap, which is very good. So you can stop a lot of stuff, and not really much is going to stop it except for a Dark Bribe and some other things. Magic Jammer. Magic Jammer is great. I'm actually thinking about putting this in, but right now I'm tight on space, and I like Phoenix Wingwind Blast a little bit more than a Magic Jammer. If you're trying to go for the more of a speedy approach with it, you can play Reckless. You can play Reckless at, the 3. And you can play your cars and upstarts, whatever you want to do. Hobanize the deck, but I just don't like it one bit. And then, as you guys notice, I didn't play Compulsory in my main deck. It's because this deck has a really bad matchup when it comes to Mermails. And when you compulse things and Mermails, it does not do much at all, guys. You're just refueling their hand to go and do more plays. So I really don't like Compulse anymore this format. But maybe I'll put it back in. Maybe I won't. It's an alright card, but it's not really worth maining right now. Okay, so let's move on from the main deck and get on to the side and extra, because I know that's what you guys are just waiting to see. Okay. So for the extra deck, you have your 7s, Dracosac, Big Eye, Master of Blades. Some people don't play Master of Blades. I play Master of Blades because the one sole reason is Constellars. I hate Constellars, and having Master of Blades is great to go first turn with your Channeler, because if you go Dracosac, you know what they're just going to play these and bounce it, so you have to, I think you really do need to play Master of Blades anymore. If you don't, it's fine, but it's a really cheap card. It's not hard to get your hands on, so just try it out. Then you play double Lightning Chidori. Chidori is an amazing card, my favorite rank 4 Exceed, by far. It is just so crazily good. Being able to special summon and return a face down on your opponent's side of the field to the bottom of the deck, and then detaching and returning a face up to the top of the deck, it's really, really good. And moving on from there, I have 2 Zero Fine. I'm going to drop one for an Arc when I trade for one. If you have an Arc, just message me or something, and maybe we can work out a trade. 2 Zero Fine, though, for now, because it negates all face-up cards on your opponent's side of the field. And then it'll gain 300 attack for each face-up card on the field in general, on my side and your side, for each face-up card. So yeah, so in combo with the Draco sack, and then special summon the tokens, and then using her effect to gain all that attack for the tokens and all the other face-up cards and everything, it's very, very good. And she becomes a really big beater to just get over any problem card. Queen Dragon Jin. Queen Dragon Jin is amazing for hysteric party plays, because you get like 5 on board, you overlay 2 Harpies for a Jin, leave a Channeler on board, and then just attach and special summon a Dragon, and then go into a rank 7 that you need for that turn. So she's really, really good. Make sure you play her, because there's no reason not to. Then for Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon is an amazing card. And some people I've seen don't even play it, but out of 1 of, it's really good because it's so much better than I thought it was. You cannot target itself for attacks or card effects and all the other face-up Harpies, and each turn it can attack directly as long as it has Xyz material, and each end phase you detach 1. But it's so good because it's 6,000 damage that your opponent can only get rid of with like a Dark Hole or a Meteor Force, or something along the lines of that. That's just mass destruction. Steel Swarm Roach will probably be removed for an Exciton Knight. I could see it happening. Steel Swarm Roach is really, really good, except for the sole fact that E-Dragons can get over it so easily because you can't negate their special summon, which really does suck. And other than that, I play Maestroke. Maestroke is really good, getting over powerful cards, sitting on as a wall for your first turn plays if you really have to. It's a very solid card. Cowboy, finish games, get over big, monsters. Black Ship of Corn. Black Ship of Corn is to get, just get that 1,000 burn and get rid of small monsters and stuff. Things like Zen Mains can stand a problem, but not too much. You have Chidori to get over that stuff, so it's just another backup card. You don't have to play it if you have other things in mind. Abyss Dweller, fuck Mermails. And Diamond Dire Wolf. Diamond Dire Wolf's really good in this deck because everything's a Wing Beast, and you can blow it up to blow up another card, and then it's just a really good card. Moving on from that now, I have, let's see, my side deck. Now, the side deck's going to vary for you guys, all depending on what your meta is, where you play. But this is just what I have together. You guys don't have to worry about this, but I'll show you it anyway. 2 DD Crow. Crow is an amazing card. Being able to stop chains that are like going off in the graveyard, get rid of anything in the grave just by a quick impulse. Just drop this, and then it's gone. And you don't have to worry about it. 2 E-Virus. Electric Virus is really good because stealing like E-Dragons from your opponent's side of the field, and then having a Channeler on board, going for 7s, and it's a really nice card. You have, for your spells, Dimensional Fissure. I play the 1 of because it's at 1, which really does suck. I don't know why they put it down. But, really good card because it doesn't hurt this deck really that much at all. It stops your queen plays, but at a 1 of, it's not really going to be seen as a problem too much. 1 system down. 1 system down because getting to banish everything on the field and the graveyard that is a machine is very, very nice. I had this card mained for a while, 2 Black Horn of Heavens. It's really good because every deck anymore special summons, and having it to where there's no cost that you have to pay, just negating it straight up, just gone. It's very, very good. There's no reason that you wouldn't play it, at least in your side. 1 overworked. I play the 1 because my guys are also boosted, but also because Fire Fists aren't going to be too much of a problem, I don't feel anymore. I mean, I'm sure there'll still be something, but having Wolf Bark of 1 really does hurt. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror. I use the Light Imprisoning Mirror for obvious reasons, stop heretics, Bujans, all that stupid stuff. Shadow Imprisoning, so I can, I don't know, there's a bunch of dark tags floating around there. You can stop Evil Swarms like Ophion, so that, you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about not being able to special summon your dragon and stuff. Just random stuff like that, I don't know. Macrocosmos, because the same thing with the Fissure. It's very, very nice to have to stop, like, Mermails, because you just hate Mermails, so you play the Soul Drain too, because you just hate Mermails. This deck is a very bad matchup, I think, against Mermails, because there's just not much you can do to stop them. Oh, okay, so other than that, guys, that was my deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did like this video, there's no reason why you shouldn't give it a thumbs up and show us your support, because we really do try to put out our best stuff that we can, and make sure you subscribe.